All right.
Welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Chad's Home. Today we are with BluNites, the San Marcos band. What's up, guys?
Hello, what's up everybody?
For quick shout out, because they're from San Marcos, San Diego area, right?
Yeah.
And they had a show last night, and they played until midnight, essentially. And it's 9 a.m. here in Los Angeles. So thank you guys for waking up bright and early for a rock and roll band.
Three hours.
Honestly, it was kind of rough, but we're excited to be here.
Yeah, like 4 hours of sleep. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah. Do you guys play how often are you playing in San Diego?
It's like almost every week. I mean, there's weeks where like we won't have a show like that week, but we're playing very consistently. Like
this month.
San Diego's been like our main place.
Yeah, because this month, thankfully, we've had like a show like probably like once every like weekend, kind of, pretty much. And like, cause some months like it's kind of hard to tell, but where we're from, we don't really have that much like venue. We don't have any venues actually. Like we only have like breweries, but like no one really likes breweries because it's like, it's like bunk. But like thankfully, like there's this like DIY like team. It's basically kind of one guy at the paint booth. Like shout out to them because like they've been like helping us like find like just random ass places to play at.
Gotcha.
Like,
because I would always been curious about like LA has at least a decent DIY
crazy ass scene.
Yeah, like the smell has been a staple here forever, and shout out to Jim Smith. Is there like a smell of San Diego, like a Shea Cafe? I've heard.
Yeah, Shea Cafe.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, because the Shea Cafe is like it's basically like a volunteer run. I didn't know that until like we played.
SDSU, so
like that's
all, like, college kids.
Yeah, it's
college kids. You said?
College kids, and it's like.
Do you want to?
Oh, sick. Yeah, it's sick that it's like all college kids because they're super into the music too.
Yeah.
And like so many big bands we got on their start. Like they have like this little wall of all the flyers.
Like bands
Rage
like
Against the
even
Machine,
Rage
like,
Against the Machine.
Let's think of like a million others.
You said like Fugazi. Oh no, they didn't get to play there.
No, Fugazi did play there
Oh
a
really?
bunch. Let's see.
Green Day.
Yeah, Green
Day.
Green Day played there.
Yeah.
Wow,
And someone was
that's
telling me that
pretty
Young the
badass.
Giant, like that pop band, like got their start there, and like they're sick.
Yeah. I feel like the smell, and then in Orange County, there's this place called Chain Reaction. Have you guys heard of that?
Oh
Yeah. I saw the Garden at Chain Reaction, I think.
Okay, nice. Yeah, Chain Reaction is great.
Actually, I used to be a big fan of Avenged Sevenfold, and apparently I saw this like documentary that apparently that's where they got their start.
Cool.
So I was like, that's pretty sick.
Dude, yeah, because I'm from the Inland Empire, and we always would go to shows at Chain Reaction or like Fox Pomona, or like we had to kind of go out of the IE. So with growing up, I imagine you guys all grew up in San Diego, or okay?
Yeah, pretty much been living in the same place for like all my life, like 19 years. Yeah.
So did you have to travel out of the city a lot? So like, did you guys come to LA to go to the Smell, or did you mostly just do backyard stuff when you were just a fan of bands?
Oh, a fan of music.
Yeah.
So like basically like I'll tell my quick backstory. So it started like when I found out about the music scene. It was like I think I was a sophomore, so it was like back in like 2017 maybe. I found out about the Frights, and then I found out that they were like kind of close, and that they were like in the area. And basically like I found out that they played with like these other bands, which was like Beach Goons and like Fake Tides at the time. And I like thought it was really cool. And me and him, we would literally like, since it's in like San Diego and Uber is like really expensive, we would take like $50 Ubers there and $50 back for like a $10 show. Damn. So like it was really weird, but I mean, and then eventually me and Ramiro were just like, dude, let's just stop going to shows and like start our own band and start playing shows. And like that's
I've like he got me into the like local music scene, and we would do that. So it just got to a point where we were like, you know what, we might as well try to do our own thing.
Yeah, it was getting expensive.
Yeah, it was getting expensive.
Dude.
But yeah, we would mob it, and it would be a good time. And then we would also go to a lot of shows at Soma. That's this venue in San Diego. Yeah. And those were $10 shows too. But we would go watch like bands like Fake Tides. They're not a band anymore. but they were at the time. Also, Deathlands. They're
Yeah.
from.
Oh yeah, Deathlands.
They're from
dude.
here, LA, right?
Yeah, it's actually cool because like we got to play with them once in like our kind of like our like it's not our
Yeah.
hometown, but it's Vista. It's like right next to San Marcos.
Our neighbors.
And like yeah, and like it was cool because like playing with like bands that like we like looked up to was super cool.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Did you travel a lot outside of San Diego?
No. I only ever went to the Paint Booth shows.
Okay.
All of their shows I would go to before I played with them.
Nice,
so that was
nice.
funny.
And then you two are the newest members,
Yeah.
right? It's been only a few months
Yeah.
so far. What's been the highlight for each of you just in these last couple of months?
The highlight.
A good show?
I feel like it was sick. It was sick because we both auditioned and then we both got in, and like they already had a show that they like had set up, and so we literally like joined the band, had like 2 practices to like get everything down before like a show in San Marcos, which is like they always get like a super good turnout in San Marcos.
Yeah.
And like that was the sickest show because it was just so new to me, like playing, because like I've never been in a band really. Like I've been like a few things with my friends, but nothing that really like developed in anything.
Yeah.
So just like diving head first, and like that was a pretty big show, honestly. So
That's cool.
Like yeah, it was packed house. It felt sick, but then we got cut off halfway through.
Yeah, we only played like 6 songs.
For me, I'm always nervous to do absolutely everything. So I think joining the band was like the highlight would be the whole entire
Oh,
like,
cool.
opportunity of it so far.
Yeah.
Because it's been really cool to be with people who are doing something similar and like express, not just in ways that feel weird, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. That's great. Were you in a band before, or?
I was in like middle school band.
Okay.
That was it.
Gotcha. Nice. Very cool. On 13 is new, but also a
Yeah.
re-release, right? Are there any
Yeah.
new songs on
There's
the re-release?
one because our old member wrote one of the songs, and he like there's like we were like we can't really like remake it, that's his song.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this song I kind of liked, and so Daniel, he used to be a old guitar player. We're still really cool with him. He was like, dude, you should work, like we should like use this song. So I was like, I'm down, and yeah, that became like the new song. That's the only new song. But
What's it called?
Exit.
Okay.
Exit. Yeah, it's a good song. And but our old songs, they have like new like things on them, like a lot of, because we've learned a lot in like a year. We still have a lot to learn, but like we added a lot of like new stuff, and like I'm pretty happy and like with like how the release like went out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it sounds great. You mentioned you worked with a producer on this one.
Yeah,
for the
shout out
first
to
time?
Juan. Yeah,
Nice.
for the first time. Yeah, I was actually really nervous because like it was just kind of like it was weird because like you'd just be like in a room with a guy, but he was like more than a producer. Honestly, he was like a friend, and like he was really like, nice and caring like overall, and like you could tell he's a really like genuine guy, and like
Yeah.
it's a cool
Nice.
guy.
And then previously, you guys had just recorded in your garage, or like how did you?
In our practice room, it was like
well actually at
it
first,
was half of it was in his room.
well, for one song, all of it was in my room.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
It was like half his
Roxy.
room and then half in our practice room. Because we started out practicing in his room.
Yeah.
We were like really cramped, and like my drum set's kind of big, so literally
Kinda
like
big.
it was just like a disaster. But yeah, so half of it was recorded in his room and then half of it in our practice room. So
Okay.
yeah.
Great. And do you prefer the studio setting?
The studio setting,
I mean,
yeah, because it's less stressful, honestly. Like, I never knew until, like, Ramiro told me, but, like, when, like, we were recording, like, everyone was just really, like, on edge, and it's, like, it doesn't really sound that good for, like, us to be on edge,
Yeah.
But, like, I guess, like, Ramiro's, like, stressed, and he's, like, actually thinking about leaving the band at the time, and I was just, like, that would have been horrible,
That's
dude.
something
Like,
that like people don't know. I guess now they know.
yeah,
But,
we might as well tell them now, then, like,
it was just like everybody was on edge. Everybody just wanted the album to be perfect, and like we didn't know what we were doing. So, I was just, I don't know, I guess stressed out really easily.
yeah.
So like when we were doing the first album, they were like, "Oh, dude, like it would take me like probably like 10 takes to like get it get it down.
Got it. Yeah.
And like everybody would be like, oh, like you need to like, you know, like get it, you know. And I was just like, you know what, I can't do this. I was like, so in my head I was like, should I leave the band, should I not? But I mean, I'm glad I stayed, you know. We're out here, so.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Through those
because
times.
literally the end of Roxy, like there's clapping because it took Romero like a good like 3 hours, maybe even more, honestly, to record drums. And we were all just on my bed. I had to like balance my laptop like in a certain way because like it would get overheated and it would just like kind of stop working. So it was just kind of like scary. But yeah, we finally got the drums done, and like the clapping is because like Romero finally got the drums, and like the him screaming like fuck at the end, that was like him actually like mad because he like messed up. And I honestly like it's kind of dumb that I added that because like I feel like some people like are probably like really into the song and they hear that at the end and they're like, what the fuck is this? No, but like but like I'm kind of glad because I don't even think Romero knew I was gonna add that.
I didn't, and when we released it, when we released it, I was like, wait, there's something at the end, and he was like, oh yeah, I added that, and I was like, wait, that's actually kind of sick, you know, because it just like, at least for me, it reminds me of like
the pain.
You know, like just trying to get it down like for like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 hours, and finally got it down. And these guys were just like clapping. I was like, wow. That's cool.
Shout out to just like I think I don't remember who was clapping, but
it was Daniel and Javi was.
Javi, so shout out to them for adding the claps at the end. But like, that song was kind of weird because like I'm honestly glad like people like that song, and like it's actually getting like our top one actually.
Yeah, that's our top song.
Top song because like it was really kind of all like it's weird how it all came together because literally like we were gonna release it on the day that we released it. Actually, these guys were like on the way to my house, and then I realized, I was like, oh shit, I still have to record the vocals for it. So I mean, I don't know if you know this, but I literally recorded the vocals like 15-20 minutes before they got there, and I was like, oh shit.
I actually did not know this. Fun fact.
Yeah, dude, like I was really scared. I was like, dude, if I don't do this, like this is gonna suck because we want to release it on this day, and like thankfully it worked out. And like honestly though, that song didn't really start getting attention until like probably like a year ago. Like people didn't really like care about that song, but I guess people like started to be like, this is not too bad of a song, and like
I'm glad they like it.
It's not too bad.
Do you add the claps and the everything live like?
Oh no, that would be cool though.
That'd be. I feel like maybe like down the road, like maybe like people would do it because it's funny.
Like I don't know, but that would be pretty cool though. That'd be funny.
That'd be tight, dude.
With 13, since most of the songs were written a couple of years ago, and I think I read an interview. You said that most of the songs like. You guys were going through tough times in high school, and you wrote about it to kind of feel better and just get those, cathartic. Is it tough to reintroduce those songs? Do you feel like you're reintroducing those feelings, or do you kind of?
So like, basically like I started writing music because music was kind of like it made me feel better. Because like at first like I sucked at guitar, and like I'm not saying I'm like any better now, but like I just couldn't play. I wasn't motivated, but like I guess like I just felt like bummed out, and like making music like it made me feel better. Like it was just kind of like it made me feel better. But recently like I'm able to like kind of relate to those lyrics again, and I'm just like, damn dude, like sometimes like while like I'm singing I'm like damn dude, I feel this again. And like, but I mean it's cool. Music is nice, and like it makes me feel better.
I mean, to answer that question, I wrote one of the songs on the album.
One of the sick ones.
And I don't know, like at first, you know, when you write it, the feelings are like, you know, there of course. So every time you play it, like it takes you back to like that time that you like wrote it. But like I mean now it's just sort of like I've just sort of like put that in the past, and like every time I play it, it's just like I don't know, it's just like a song, and like I have a good time playing it, you know. But back then I used to like actually like feel those emotions when I was playing it, when like the same emotions when I wrote it. So
and Niko and Sarina, so are you guys writing new music now, like with BluNites?
We're going to, but like we talked about this yesterday.
We actually talked about this kind of recently.
Like We need to. There's still like a lot of songs that we need to perfect, and there's still like one more song.
Yeah,
that we
one
haven't
more
learned
song
yet.
that like they have to like learn, and like we have like all the old songs like good.
Yeah, before like we start writing the new one, but like I've been working on some demos, but it's gonna be interesting to see like.
Yeah,
how
like I'm
different it
excited.
sounds.
It's gonna be like a different whole experience, cause like our writing experience our writing like what's the word, like just like writing process.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, I would write I would just make like a rhythm, and maybe sometimes it'd start with the lead, and I would just like get like a kind of like a voice recording of it, and then I'd like email it to our old lead, and then he would make a lead to it, and then like it would just all come together when we practice. Like,
Gotcha.
but like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting because whenever I write songs, it's like I just do all the parts. I've never like done it with people, so that'll be
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Garage band.
That's my song number 1, my song 2, my song.
Dude, yes, that's the struggle. Finding song titles for like when you don't have lyrics for a song, you just have an idea and like you have to save it in a file on Logic, and you're like, what do I name this?
I love it. Cool. So, where could people find you? Where do you like to direct people? Instagram? Or
oh yeah, definitely
Cool.
Instagram, BluNites official, and Spotify, SoundCloud, and like yeah, pretty much.
I mean, honestly, like if you want to keep like stay updated with us, like find us
Oh,
on
yeah,
Instagram, because that's where
yeah.
we're mostly active. Like yeah, we have a Facebook and a Twitter, but we're not really active on those.
Gotcha.
It's 'cause
But
I don't really know how to use those.
Yeah. So if you want to stay updated with like what we're doing and like you're interested in us, like go find us on Instagram, Spotify, SoundCloud, pretty much everywhere. Oh, BluNites, because a lot of people are like, oh, how do you spell your name and all
Yeah.
that,
And
and
then
then
like it means like medieval nights, and I'm like, no, dude, it's like nighttime. Like that's what kind of sucks, is because like just the way it's like spelled, and like just like it can also like sound like night. It's kind of just like hard.
and then there's this other thing where like I don't understand how it happens, but there's this like joke going around where like
Dude,
people
don't
always
tell
thought
me.
our name was Blunties.
Blunties?
Yeah, I don't even know how.
Oh, that's
dude,
pretty
like,
good.
So like,
Oh my god.
no, yeah, but I don't see how,
I
but
don't
it's
either.
just BluNites, so
Yeah, cool.
there we go.
And then I'm calling it now, 2022, tour with the Strokes.
Dude,
that'd be sick.
I mean, you heard it here first.
You heard it here
Dude,
first.
That would be the dream, though.
Wait, I'm
Hopefully.
curious, like, what do you watch?
What
What's
do you
up?
watch?
Ricky made? Is that out?
No, it's not out yet.
Okay.
No, dude, but I mean, yeah, the Strokes are like really cool. Like the Strokes, I just like their style, their music, and like everything, and like it's just they're sick.
Cool. Hell yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for making the drive. We're going to get into a few songs now, so stay tuned. And thank you, BluNites.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you
for
very
having us,
much.
man. Dude, yeah. We're BluNites, and the song's called Roxy. for your memory. And the song's called Exit. If